comment section. Of course, a WhatsApp group is available for Sports GH fans. Please join my WhatsApp group. How do you join it? Check the description box. The link of the WhatsApp group will be there, and then you join it over there for us so that we all can talk about everything, the Black Star sports, foreign football, Ghana, Barca, Arsenal, Real Madrid, everything can be talked on that particular platform in a beautiful fashion over there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying with us once again. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Yes. Do well to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell and select or leave your thoughts and comments below. What are we going to discuss in this video? Some 10 lessons learned from Chris Hughton's Black Stars. Yes, you know that new Black Stars coach Chris Hughton has played 2 games. Yes, 2 Afcon qualifiers, getting 4 points out of 6. Remarkable. We are going to bring to you some 10 lessons learned. What should be done going forward? What should not be done again? What should be the improvement? All of that in this particular video. And then Asamoah Gyan's reaction, getting the trends on Twitter. I'm going to bring you all the details and everything in this particular video, so leave your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to join our WhatsApp group. Yes, very much important. Now the first point is that this coach Chris Hughton is spot on with changes. His changes are spot on, and that is very clear. Everybody has seen it. Everybody has seen that whenever he makes changes, it causes an effect on the game. Now with Otuado, we saw changes around 80th minute, 85th minute, those areas. At that time, you cannot change the game so well. You get a point? Yes, but with Chris Hughton, in the first leg, we saw changes around 70th minute. In this particular one, when we were losing, we saw changes much earlier, even around 60-something minutes. So it tells you that one, he knows the right timing to make changes, and he makes the right changes, and that is very important. That's the first lesson. The second lesson is that, look, if we will always make changes and the changes will come and make they will also bring changes on the game, why don't we start the changes? I don't understand. Let me understand. If we make brilliant changes and the changes will come and then they will affect the game, so why do we have to always keep them on the bench and then bring them on? I think that is something going forward. Chris Hughton should study the team very well, the Black Stars team very well, and make sure that those changes he thinks that it is needed should be made within the first 11, and not when we are down, or not when the game is not going so well. So that is very important. The third point is that Gideon Mensah making Baba Rahman an angel so bad. Gideon Mensah. I've had people come to my DM and say that, look, Gideon Mensah, the boy he's playing there is so bad. And indeed, I agree with them. So bad. In these 2 legs, Gideon Mensah has made Baba Rahman an angel. And it is very unfortunate to have Gideon Mensah being exposed like that by Helder Costa and then the Angolan attack. Very bad for Gideon Mensah. His side was where all the attacks of Angola were channeled through. Yes, Angola were just in both legs, so not only one leg, in both legs. They were just there. And so there's 2 DMs. The 2 DMs in both games had to support Gideon Mensah very well. And it was so clear, especially in the second leg, which just ended. You could see that the 2 DMs in this situation, Edmond Addo and then Saleh Samet Abdo, they were always helping Gideon Mensah, because the way his side, the ball was all over there. It was really bad. Now Atizigi is showing that he wants to cement his position as the number 1. And that is very important to note. Lawrence Atizigi, the goalkeeper of the side, he's cementing his position as the number 1 goalkeeper, because look, yes, he conceded 1 goal in the two games, which is very good. If you look at the goals he conceded at his club side, and if you look at he conceding just 1 goal in these 2 games, it is very good. But then even the 1 goal he conceded was a penalty, and penalties, everybody knows what happens with penalties. You get a point. So Atizigi is actually cementing his position as the number 1 goalkeeper, and that is very important to note from over. And this is also very important. Kudus Mohammed struggled, and Kudus Mohammed, we have to have a serious conversation on Kudus Mohammed. Is he a number 10 or is he a striker? Because It looks like the number 10 there. He's easily taken out of the game. And that is so clear. When Kudus Mohammed is playing as the number 10, because look, in our game versus Portugal, he was playing as the number 10 at the World Cup. When the game started, he was struggling so well. He was struggling too much. And then it looks like Coach Otuado makes a little bit changes. He pushed him out front and was doing well. He assisted a goal for Andre Ayew, and then he was eliminated from the game. But in our game versus South Korea, when we needed to win, we actually pushed him forward a little bit. You get a point? So it looks like he's becoming more of a partner striker and not a number 10, a true and true number 10. Because in the 2 games, Kudus Mohammed was out. He was out of the game. 2 legs out of the game. Very, very bad performance. This is not a performance we see of Kudus Mohammed at Ajax, and that is not a performance we see of Kudus Mohammed even with the Black Stars in some cases. It's very important to note that over there. Joseph Paintsil. All hail Joseph Paintsil. All hail Joseph Paintsil. All hail Joseph Paintsil. He's a brilliant player. We've talked about him. We've discussed him. We've brought you the stats. We've brought you how he played. We've brought you everything about Joseph Paintsil. Every day we tell you that he's one of our best player aside Kudus on the European continent, and even maybe aside Thomas Partey. He's our best player. His numbers are clear, and he came to the Black Stars 2 games, 2 assists. Indirect assist. The first one, he got a foul, so that one, but it's not assist. But 2 games, 1 assist, brilliant. And he was involved in the goals that were scored. And look at how he offers, what he offers when he comes on. He's dribbling, his pace, everything. He's a discovery that we need to keep with our Black Stars. How could we not send such a player to the World Cup? You are going to the Mundial. He was on form. He was scoring goals. He was just doing exactly what he's doing currently, but we decided not to send him. But look at these 2 games, how good Joseph Paintsil have been for the Black Stars. A brilliant lesson that should be learnt over there. Ashimeru, just 18 minutes of Ashimeru, and everybody is talking about Ashimeru. And me, I don't understand why Edmonado always plays ahead of him under Chris Hughton. Chris Hughton should take very good care of this, because Ashimeru is a better player than Edmonado. No 2 ways about that. How can that be a debate? It has never been at any point in time that Edmonado has been better than Ashimeru. It's not true. So why do we start Edmonado ahead of Ashimeru? And when he came on, the energy, the creativity, even as a defensive midfielder, his creativity is top notch, and he's very good. And that is actually the reason why Asamoah Gyan is trending. Asamoah Gyan's reaction, you know, that before, when we were going to the Afcon, Asamoah Gyan actually came out to say that why are we not sending Ashimeru? He's our best midfielder aside Thomas Partey at that time. And at that time, Kudus was not scoring goals like that. He said that. People were like, oh, Asamoah Gyan, why could you say that? Asamoah Gyan that, Asamoah Gyan that. But today, Ashimeru has already proven Asamoah Gyan right. And if you go to Twitter, Asamoah Gyan's tweets is getting a lot of interactions. People are saying that, come for your stone, Asamoah Gyan, and that. People are so happy that, in fact, our legend knows how to watch football and sees good players when he sees them. And so that is actually the reason why Asamoah Gyan is trending, because he predicted that Ashimeru is a quality player, and indeed, he has proven today that he is indeed a quality player. As a DM, to have such creativity is so much very one. Let more young players play. This one, if I say this, it's bias. What's the bias about that? Let young players play. Young players is what we use currently in world football. There is no 2 ways about that. Let young players play. Look at Osman Bukari. Look at Ashimeru. Look at Joseph Paintsil. Look at Saleh Samed Abdo. Look at who cry again. Look at even Kingsley Schlinder. Excellent player. Excellent player. Kingsley Schlinder. He did very well. He wasn't exposed too much like Gideon Mensah was exposed. So let young players play. Give young players the chance and stop this. I don't want to mention any name. Are you gonna, you know? Massa, we are moving forward. One day, those people were young players. We gave them the chance to play. So if other young players are in, why don't we give the chance? Why don't we give them the chance to play? We should equally give them the chance to play, and that is a very important point. Look at Daniel Amate. Look at Daniel Amate at his age, and still he's an undisputed starter at our central defense. Look at him and look at how he plays. Say the truth. Say the truth. That's the point. You get a point. Let young players play. We have a lot of young quality players, central defenders, Patrick Pfeiffer, Ambrosius, Alexander was injured. But I'm just saying in the general sense. But how can we still be resting our shoulders on our heads on the shoulders of Daniel Amati? How can we still be resting our heads on the shoulders of Daniel Amati? We cannot be doing that because my goodness, this is a valid point too. Look, the penalty wasn't so much of but totally, if you look at the total play of Daniel Amati, it's not so impressive. And that's the point. It's not so impressive. Very, very important. Osman Bukari, excellent player. All hail Osman Bukari. All hail Osman Bukari. Brilliant player over there, and he always affects the game from the World Cup, not even from the World from Nigeria's game. He's always bringing some zeal, some power, some energy up front when he comes on, and it is always clear. Today he scored in that particular game versus Angola, and it was a very good one. Finally assisted by Joseph Pinto. So Osman Bukari is also one revelation. He's also a young player going forward. We are going to have a lot of goodwill from him and a lot of successes from Osman Bukari. Inaki Williams and his people. Now, it's not Inaki Williams, rather Inaki Williams and Antoine Semenyo. I think that one thing we are not taking very much we are not putting attention to, or we are not giving it a lot of attention, is the fact that maybe the one top is not helping us. The 4-2-3-1, leaving one striker up front. Because look, in that particular game that Antoine Semenyo played today, he wasn't so bad though. He gets himself involved in the game. That is the difference between Antoine Semenyo and Inaki Williams. When Antoine Semenyo is playing as the false number 9, he actually gets himself into the game. He draws back to get the ball, play one or two dribbles, and tries to get the wingers into the box, and so that they can also do something. So with Antoine Semenyo, he gets himself involved in the game. With Inaki Williams, we don't see so much from him. You just see him standing up front, and then some movements, then things which the coach says is good, but for us, we don't really see. But I'm saying that this point is not whether Inaki Williams is good or Antoine Semenyo is good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that maybe we should revise that particular formation of a 4-2-3-1 formation. Maybe we should have the wingers so close to the strikers, like maybe a 4-4-2 formation or a 4-3-3 formation with a lot of attacking options, and that will help maybe Inaki Williams to thrive, because not only Inaki Williams as well as Antoine Semenyo, because like I said, today Antoine Semenyo was running too much. So even at the 60th minute, you could clearly see that he was tired. He was because one top, only you want to play the ball, you want to create something for yourself and all of that. So maybe we should revise that particular formation, and I'm sure everything will be fine. So a brilliant 10 points learned from Chris Hughton's Black Stars that we shared with you. Let me know your thoughts, comments, views, opinions in the comment section of this particular video. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Definitely, I'll see you in the next update. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.